Welcome back to Now Nintendo, where we cover the latest Nintendo news you should know. And you should know the majority of physical Nintendo Switch 2 games releasing during the launch period of the Nintendo Switch 2 will in fact only be game keycards. Since the big reveal of the Nintendo Switch 2 console that's scheduled to release worldwide on June 5th later this year, several games have been revealed for the console. However, something that's causing some controversy as well as some confusion is that most of the physical games coming to Nintendo Switch 2 will actually be the new game keycards medium. Before we break down everything you need to know about game keycards and what they are and how they work, let's look at all of the games currently confirmed to be game keycards. So far, 10 games outside of Japan are confirmed to be releasing as game keycards. These include Bravely Default, Madden NFL 26, Hitman World of Assassination, No Sleep for Kaname Date, Pure Pure Tetris, Raido Remastered, Sonic X Shadow Generations, Street Fighter 6, Yakuza 0, and Wise X Proud Nordics. Some other games including Elden Ring are expected to be game keycards, but as of making this video have yet to be officially confirmed. 7 more games have been confirmed as game keycards in Japan, however it is unknown at this stage if this will be the same for these games in other regions. Some may be digital or receive physical copies, we don't know right now. So in total, that's a lot of Nintendo Switch titles tied to Nintendo's new game keycards, but what are they? Well, game keycards are essentially physical keys that allow you to boot the respective game and only contain the key itself, no game data at all. Anyway, when first inserting the game keycard into your Switch 2, you'll be prompted to download and install the game, which means needing an internet connection from the get-go. However, once that's done, you will need to insert the game keycard every time you want to play the game, otherwise it simply won't boot. Game data is always stored on your Switch, and the key to boot is always stored on the card. The aim here is to replace the digital download code only games in stores. The pro to this approach is that it allows Nintendo Switch 2 users to sell their keys if they want, or even lend out their game keycards to friends, or even share with yourself across multiple Switches, which of course is impossible with digital downloads. There are some disadvantages to this approach though. Firstly, you will need to carry the physical game keycard with you on the go, which might be annoying for those who prefer a solo digital library. Secondly, it's not really a good thing from a preservation point of view, as they contain zero game data and always require an internet connection to download, so one day will become obsolete anyway, much like digital libraries. We can only assume Nintendo and third-party publishers are using this to save money and give consumers more options on the second-hand market in an economy where things are already crazy expensive. Plus, it's great for gift giving. I mean, who wants to gift someone a download code at Christmas when you could gift something physical they can actually open and hold? Anyway, more games are expected to release as game keycards over the launch period, replacing digital download codes in stores, so watch this space. Fortunately, the likes of Mario Kart, Donkey Kong Bonanza and the Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games are physical cartridges and have the game's data on the actual card, which is good news. If you're wondering how much these games will cost and the price difference between Nintendo Switch 2 games and Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games, check out this next video, it answers all your questions. Thanks for watching.